Well, greetings, beautiful family. This is Renee Mallory with Lighthouse Financial Group. We are ready to get started with our IML TV London session with none other than Christopher Derrick. So stay tuned and get ready. Put yourself in a quiet, quiet area. Grab your notepad, your pencil, and your paper. As we all know, a short pencil goes much further than a long memory. So enjoy this session, and we are about ready to get started in about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. So stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to IML TV London session. Real quick, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone hear me loud and clear? All right. I know we don't really usually just jump into trades, but do you guys see what's happening with gold right now? So, look at this. This was yesterday. Delete everything. Oh, oh. What happened was yesterday, we saw that price was dropping. And I said, guys, let's wait. Let's be patient. Let's see what happens. We need to see if price is gonna test within these areas and at least test this trend line. There's a reason of why we stay patient. Because if you look at this for a second, if you did buy, yes, you could have got a quick 110 pips, which is good. But at the same time, if you didn't take your profit, it did drop 136 pips. Once it dropped 136 pips, came up, broke above, resistance, support, previous resistance, resistance, support, support, zone. And this is a setup that I'll be looking for. Oh, no, not the triangle. For a buy scenario. Make sense? What's up, Huey? All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a recap of everything. All right, a recap of everything. Obviously, the AUD, CAD price dropped 24 pips. I even said to put a stop profit just in case. Market reverse. We'll find out exactly the reason of why that happened. We'll look at USD JPY, which I don't know if a lot of people thought this was a huge downtrend or whatever it may be. To me, what I see is a continuation of a trend, but also a ranging area, non-trending market. And then for GJ, it was an easy setup for a sell once it retested, which obviously is dropping right now as we speak. So we could have entered previously here. And at this position over here. Now you see it breaking here. Price breaks below, test. Obviously, you know what the next move is. But what I would be careful for is this area. Remember, the reason why I'd be careful for that area. So, what I would do, there's a reason why we twin trade. Okay. If you enter that trade based off this setup here, 30 to 50 pips, collect your profit, change your stop loss to a stop profit. What's the worst that could happen? Market reverses, or it just drops a heavy amount of pips. Okay. But if I see that price has tested multiple times, here, cleared space. What I'll be ready for is if price is going to continue along with a bullish trend, which means an uptrend, which means a buy position, which means it's going up. Okay, is what I'll be looking for. Yes, we could have collected profit for watching it do a simple break of support, test as resistance. If price does respect in this area, think about how much that this will actually move up, how much it will skyrocket. Is everybody following me so far? So what I'm looking for is to see what happens within this general vicinity. Okay. Did anybody make some money last night at all? I know there's different types of trade setups. Always take the one that works best for you. I would have never entered anything off UC JPY. I would have waited for gold. And for here, I know some people were in a short position, but at the same time, market did reverse. And we're going to explain why that happened in the first place. Okay. And now we're going to see what happens within the zone. But I'm also going to need your guys' help as well. 200. Awesome. Um, we had Euro USD CAD. We had gold USD JPY, GP JPY. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. That's the type of stuff I like to hear. 200. You finally had 100% day, and Huey sold Euro odd. Let's get it. That makes me so happy. Okay, so I know we're looking at four other trade setups yesterday. If anybody could remember and type it, because for some reason when I went back in my charts, it deleted it here. So if anyone could type it into the chat, what we looked at. I think one of them was GPCHF, Euro USD, Euro GBP. I don't know what the other one was. Oh, USD CHF. Well, UJ's here. We have right now. We have OddCAD, Gold, USD JPY, GBP JPY. I know it was Euro GBP, GBP CHF. No, for UJ, we're waiting. There's nothing happened. Nothing happened. Is ranging. So Euro GBP, GPCHF, Euro USD. There's one more USD. We'll just look at all of them. Okay, so we'll just look at all of them. We'll do a recap of what happened last night, and we'll look at other setups right now because this has been in a continuous uptrend for a minute. I want to see what happens here. I want to see if price breaks above. As you guys can see, it's been in a serious downtrend for GBP JPY. But it could be the start of an uptrend. Reason being, we could take the same concept, resistance, resistance, tested, here's support, trend line, broke, continuing up. So very possible for another buy position, okay? So before we go heavy into this, give everyone 5 minutes, 5 minutes to do whatever they need to do so that we're not taking a break at all from the charts. We're going to go in detail of the recap. We're also going to look at possible trade setups based off the same currency pairs and all the other requests. Okay, does that sound good? We'll go recap everything. Also look at the setups for those currency pairs and also do requests if we have time for anything else. Sound good? Awesome. So let's say 2:25 Eastern, we'll get started. Go use the bathroom now, grab water, whatever you need to do now, so we're 100% on the charts and have your guys' full attention throughout this entire session, all right? All right, guys, we're about to get started. Let me fix this translation stuff real quick. Good. All right, there you go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. All right. Let's run it. Okay. So for GP, JPY, obviously it's a bullish trend. It's an uptrend. I'm being patient for another setup, center for a buy position. You also see multiple multiple touches on the trend line. 1, 2, and now let's see. There's gonna be a touch here. How many times have we seen a trend line touch multiple times and then it just boom, just takes off? Has that ever happened before? Have you seen that? What is this usually called? People call this like a bullish flag pattern or whatever you want to call it. I see it time and time again, over and over and over and over and over. So I'm just looking for that position. And if this goes correctly within this area, everybody knows how fast GBP to JPY moves, correct? Everyone knows that. So even if you want to fix this a little bit, if you want a perfect trend line touch, there's a level of resistance here and a level of resistance here. I'll put the zone between those two resistance areas, and I have an area that I'm looking for a price reversal. Hence the reason for the supply and demand zone. We call it supply and demand. I just call it price reversal zones. That's what we're waiting for. You guys want the link for this one? Yes, you guys do. I got you. Boom. All right. Like I said, for USD JPY, it's just been ranging. For people that look at this, there's a reason why when it's non-trending, like it just dropped maybe about 54 pips. You probably went to sleep thinking there's going to be a long-term sell because it's like, oh, head and shoulders. Well, head and shoulders what? And then came back up 68 pips, and now it's dropping again. So in all reality, I'll just be patient and I'll just wait to see what happens. You could have a trend line is drawn up just to see. Just to help for a visual reference. You can look closely. This is what I'll look closely for. Delete all this. Watch. So, let's see. Right now it's dropping still. Was there an area of support that I could be possibly hitting? You found support? So if we're looking at trade setups, if you want the confirm, obviously you have a level up here, and you have a level down here. You got to be waiting for it to break above and test or break below and test. But if price does okay, if price tests here, 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 it's very possible that price could be testing right there. You obviously see it's in this area. You see a level of resistance, which was previous support, and it's possible that it could be coming down and testing and continuing along with the trend. Okay? Now, what if it does the opposite? If it breaks that trend line and breaks below, don't get excited just yet. How many times have you seen it break something and without waiting for the retest, it just takes off? Has it happened to anybody before? So the reason why we wait for the retest, if price decided to break below, is to confirm that it's going into a bearish trend, which means it's going in a downtrend. But if price respects this area here, we could be looking for this area just to see how price reacts. So that way we can respond. If price bounces off, then perfect, buy position. Or if price breaks below, wait, and then come and test, and then boom. Okay? This is first option. This is the second option. Everybody good on this one? Gold. I already drew this up. So far, it has risen 17 pips potential. Let's watch what it does. Honestly, I would have entered for a buy position already. Okay. Just because of the high probability. See area of support, support, resistance, 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 and now testing a support along with this trend line. Not only do I have multiple touches in the trend line, but I have the zone, previous support, previous resistance, newfound support, and it's just high probability. Now, sometimes it might range back and forth, but at least you know you have multiple confirmations. One, trend line, two, support, three, zone, and with support, previous resistance or support for a pullback, four. It makes it a lot more comfortable for you to press buy. Everybody good on this? Wait for another candle to close after retest. No, like I would have entered already on this one. Where do you enter exactly? Well, if I see multiple confirmations. All right. So this has been the biggest issue with everybody. Where do you enter exactly? Where do we enter? Where do we enter? Where do we enter? Where do we enter? Right? Based off multiple confirmations, that helps us enter. You want to know what it looks like when price reverses multiple times. Highlight the areas. Look. So when this was an area of resistance and price tested off of it, I was just here. Look, previous resistance, zone, and there's probably a trend. Yeah. Okay. So now you have all those confirmations, and then you see that when it hit and started bouncing off of it, I would have entered based off those confirmations. There's no secret to it. There's no like, oh, it has to look exactly like this, because I know that's the answer that everyone's looking for. What exactly the candle? There's none. Like, yeah, there's candle patterns, all this type of stuff, but at the same time, how many times has candle patterns contradicted your trade in the first place? How many times have you looked at a morning star, evening star, whatever it may be, and the price goes in the opposite direction of what you called in the first place? Anybody? So when you enter, it's because you have multiple confirmations. Yes. When you see it enter the blue zone, tap off support, whatever it may be, we could even go into crazy detail and like look at this closely. You didn't even have to watch. Look at this. Wait, what? Look, I didn't even have a blue zone here. I don't even have trend lines at all. Previous resistance, breaks below, comes out, tests, perfect. Breaks this area of support, comes up, tests resistance, perfect. Breaks the support level right here, comes up, tests multiple times, enter, perfect. So you see how even just with 3 lines, I'm not saying to do this, but I'm saying based off market structure, how simple it is. This is making sense for everybody. All right, so did I give you guys the link for gold? Don't say I'm the Kanye of trading, especially with what he just did at that last concert. Um, okay, cool, I did. Uh, I don't know. So I'm gonna start being more interactive with you guys. Um, Based off the point, there's a point at where it tests support resistance, give you an entry. Here, I'll do this. Did this give you an entry? Because the thing is, like, yeah. Wait, what? Okay, first off, hold up real quick. Let's stick to one pair at a time. Yeah, possible right now. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We're looking for a buy on USD JPY. All right. Anyways, so here's the thing in the psychological aspect. Guys, we know what entries look like. We know what retests look like. What answers are we looking for to make you feel comfortable to press buy or sell? Because for as simple as we break it down, There's nothing else. The chart's right here. You're watching it break support, become newfound resistance. You're watching it hit that zone. You're watching the trend line. You're watching the pullback. Like that's the necessary steps, the prerequisites for you to enter. You know what I'm saying? If you want to feel like, look right here, like trend line, perfect trend line, awesome. I mean, like, so it's like you have all these confirmations helping you out. What else do you need? If anyone write in the chat here, I don't know anything about quarter 30. I'm letting you guys know 100% right now that based off everything that I've been teaching you guys and showing you guys, will allow you to catch over hundreds of pips a night. So when you go into like everything else, like, yeah, we could study other things at the same time. If it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, tell me right now, 100%, for with this trading style, with this market structure, with this trend trading, have you guys seen anything like this before? Even in other trading programs, or where we cash hundreds of pips, where the newest person could come on here and become self-sufficient by understanding the basics. Exactly. It's simple. Simple, guys. It's simple. All right. Next, odd CAD. Now let's break this down. Delete. Delete. Oh, all right. Let's look closely. And we're probably going to take a look into the past where it reversed. Number two, we got to be careful because of what? Trend line. Test, 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 test. Okay, so what? You up 1,100 bucks? Awesome. Yes, we'll look at USD CAD. All right, first step where we messed up. Well, we really didn't mess up. Test, 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 and then bounced off and tested. Now let's look into the past for a bit. At the same time, look closely right here. Look very, very closely. Look at this. Price tested multiple times, came back in, dipped real quick, and then took off. The moment this happened, look closely to support here, previous resistance, support, 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 support. That's how you know from this big candle right here that I confirmed that I was going in the opposite direction. Now, even if you entered directly at this point right here, after this first candle, how big was the drawdown if you entered for a buy? 4 pips. And how much opposite did it go? 75. Now let's look into the past. Let's delete this zone because there's possible zone. Nice. I just really scrolled all the way back. Okay, cool. So over here is where it's at. Look to your left. All right, resistance, 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 support. Look how strong this area is that's tested multiple times. So even if I drew from all the way over here, the wick to the body of the candle, and this was on August 15th, okay? I extended this out to the future. There's a reason why we have to look into the past. Look how perfect that zone was. Isn't that crazy? Is that a coincidence? That from over here, from this wick on August 15th, the body of the candle, and scroll all the way over here. Whoa, what did I just do? That it perfectly dipped into it and bounced off. Is that a coincidence? No, it's not. So if you see price breaking a certain area and coming down, there's a level of support here. Always check, and always check into the past as well. Strong area, strong area, strong area. Is that clear of why it went in the opposite direction? Well, repetition is your reputation. If you're not confident in your zone and support lines, then try on a demo account and practice. I promise you, practice. Yeah, yeah, it did. Yeah, so what you see. Now, what I'm looking for, I want to look for a setup. What? Why? Why would we look for a buy? We just broke down like multiple. Here's the thing. What I'm saying, there's a level of resistance here, even at the top of this wick. Boom. The price closes above it. Perfect. Trend line, check. Zone, check. Support, that was once resistance, check. Does that make sense for a buy? Now, if it didn't, if price broke through, then you know what the next move is. And now you're ready. You're waiting for a breakthrough and a retest and then enter. Does that answer your question for the buy? No, I'm showing you right here. What do you mean if you go straight back? What about it? There's previous support. There's previous support. There's previous resistance. All right, awesome, cool. Now I know that's a strong level. So what do you mean go straight back? Like, if you look closely, how many times have you seen a bullish flag pattern? Is everybody good on this? All right. What was the next request? Was it USD CAD? Ooh, look at that. Nice. Awesome. It's just a set of standstill. Just waiting. Okay, cool. Still safe. All right. If I love that. Oh, I love Forex. All right. Next one was we can look at AJ real quick. Oh, this is what I'll look for. Oh, UC CAD. Yeah. Let me mark this up for Dev real quick. What's up, Dev? Yeah, they're in Michigan representing. All right. What can happen? Just freeze up. What is going on with my light blue indicator? There's no indicators on here. Oh, the zones. Just the wick to the body of the candle. Wick, body of the candle. Wick, body of the candle. What's going on here? Let me try something like that. Having some technical difficulties. Hold on. What's going on? I don't know what's going on with my charts right now. I'm trying another one. Hold on. Okay. All right. The closest area, if I see this break, move into the past a little bit. Okay, cool. So with what price is showing me right now, there's a level of resistance here. I'm able to see a zone. I want price to break above it and to continue along this trend. In order for me to enter. Make sense? Like that's how simple. Like I just wait for that to happen. I wait for price to completely break above and test. Okay. If price doesn't, it reverses off here. There's a next area. There's some hourly support right here. If price breaks below and tests, then that's when I enter for a sell. But if price breaks above and tests and even goes along with the trend line, I'll just continue along with the bullish trend. I would enter off the retest. The reason being, I'm going to give an example for that right now. Hold on, let me see. JPY is not really. All right, let's go from down here. An example, boom, right here. If we entered when this broke above this area of resistance, if we entered and started boom, 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 entry, you know that noise that we hear all the time, and people are like, dude, why are you taking so much entries? And then all of a sudden, price drops and gets a drawdown of 39 pips. Yeah, there'll always be some type of retest. No retest, no entry. You always wait for that retest. So the biggest part, the best part of the entire setup is the initial push. The reason being is it dictates how far it breaks above, and you look to your left, what's the closest area of resistance or support that's breaking. And you see that price is coming back down, then you know you have a visual reference of, all right, well, this piece broke above here. Now I'm waiting for the test here. Make sense? Same thing here. Look, example, boom, boom. Look. Right here. This piece dictated how much it broke above. When it broke above, now what you're looking for when it starts coming back down, perfect. Test off this area. But if you're stacking orders, buy, you're like, oh, it broke. And all of a sudden, that drawdown was a 54 pip drawdown. Does that make sense? The reason why we wait for the retest? What I want to help you guys is get little to no drawdown when you get these entries. Does that make sense, Dev? So the thing is, it's like I know it's a patient waiting game at first. This is like, oh man, like I want to get on the setup. You know, I just want to get on the setup. It's breaking above. Well, how many times has it broke above and you buy, and it starts dropping heavy? You know what I'm saying? So what we want to do is we get excited when it breaks above, but we get even more excited once it starts retracing, because now you have a visual reference for where to enter or where it's testing off of. Make sense? Awesome. Somebody said, geez, I'm gonna have people have to like, yeah, I'm going to USD CAD right now. Make sure we keep track. Like, should I write all this stuff down? Like the USD JPY. Here, I'll do that right here. USD JPY. JPY. What was the other one? Oh, gold. Is that gold? Yeah, that's gold. Now we're going to look at USD CAD. Also, you gotta look at Euro USD and Euro GBP, and also GBP CHF. Oh, and USD CHF. All right, bet. Yeah, retracement. All right, so now imagine that. Yeah, you did. That's perfect. Establish the ceiling, wait for it to break through, then place the trade on the retracement. Perfect. On the retest, not the retracement, the retest. Ooh, this setup. This could be a really good one, actually. Reason being, boom, look to your left. Ooh, look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Even if you went all the way down, look, resistance, 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 support. All right. Look what we're waiting for. Look at these retests. Boom, test, 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 test. That's what we're looking for over here as well. So we're looking over here on USD CAD. Oh, that would actually be a good buy position. Honestly, I would have entered it. Well, honestly, it's kind of like choppy, but if you are in this, I'd be looking for a buy position. Yep. Does this help? Whoever requested UC CAD, are we good on this? Good? Yeah, it's good. Awesome. You guys just want it. I'll just type it in. Next. Here USD. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm trying to delete that. Your USD is just looking ugly. Looking really ugly right now. Like, really ugly. Look at this. We could play this game back and forth. Like, we could play this game back and forth of it ranging. But this is what I like to do to ranging charts. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. It makes sense. When this looks ugly to me, and it's just staying the same hourly resistance and the same hourly support, just stay away from it. I'm not even going to give you guys a setup here, because you guys already know that if it breaks above and test, then you're buying it. If you already know that if it breaks below and sell it, just don't even look at this right now. Have it ready, just in case. You just do this. You could have the other 95% of people trading the currency markets just scalping or whatever, losing money back and forth, but you'll be that person that has these boxes set up ready to go. If it breaks a certain area and tests, then you're good. Make sense? All right, Euro USD. Euro GBP. Yeah, consolidation. You can consider it non-trending, whatever you want to call it. Let me see this. Look, area of support. Testing as newfound resistance. Continuing along with a trend. Okay. I wanted to draw a support line right here as well. Boom. You're right here on this wick. Test, test, and then broke below. Oh, you're good. Questions? There's no such thing as a dumb question. No, it does not fully indicate that it's going to be an upwards trend. The retest is what confirms. So right now, it would look like a good sell position. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, I would have sold it as soon as I saw it make this wick. Oh, yeah, I would have sold it perfectly. Everybody clear on this one? Oh yeah, you wait for the retest to end and then you buy or sell depending on uh, the trend that is going up or down. When will I sell? I would have sold. I would be selling right now. But price here, wick, boom, candle, I would have sold it. Oh, just put a 20 pip stop loss. Wherever you enter, put a 20 pips or even just above the wick. If your entry is right here and above the wick. Oh man, this is a perfect sell opportunity yesterday. You see this? Boom, test, drop. Wow, it dropped 61 pips. Right now it's an uptrend. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Reset. Have you guys noticed something? This looks like a what? Test, test, test. Let me see something. I just drag and see. There's multiple areas where prices touch multiple times. Yeah, a lot of places. The fact that it broke above and tested resistance as newfound support, that would help me continue along with the uptrend. Does that make sense? Is everybody still there? Everybody good? Kind of quiet. Mm, non-trending. Um, bouncing back and forth. Yeah, I won't even enter anything off here on this one either. Awesome. Okay, okay. USDJPY, ADJPY, gold, USD CAD, USD, or GP, GPCHF. All right, cool. So we'll look over these tomorrow as a recap. Everybody have a good London session. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been upping this up a notch. But I do it for you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot, and it really makes me happy when I see a lot of people having a lot of success and a lot of people um, getting out of that mind state and that loss trans state. You know, when it's like I don't know what's going on in the charts. So when I see people making profits, I see people taking their own trades based off this type of technical analysis. It really makes me happy. And I appreciate you guys because you guys have been coming on here every single day. I've been doing the London sessions for the past like 6 months, and I'm falling more and more in love with it. So I appreciate you guys. I do this for you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, not see you guys, but talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll go over these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. We'll go over everything for the beginners from Sunday going to Monday, Thursday going to Friday. I'll go over the beginners. So I'll go over like technicals, trend lines, all type of stuff, the zones, and the psychological aspect. And that'll help out a lot. So I appreciate you guys. Yeah, when's Thanksgiving? I forgot. I'll figure it out. I'll find out if we're doing the London session during that time frame. I'll let you guys know. So you guys have a good morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.